Come here to me. It's episode 109.
109.
Ooh,
To Dublin.
I got that long.
Great bus number.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
the 109 isn't
The
having a bus to
109.
Dublin.
Oh my God. Why did we
Whoa.
mention
Chanel.
that?
Serendipity.
Oh my
So today we were talking about bad bosses.
God. Bad buses, yes.
Yeah, bad bosses that we've had. Some interesting stories from a guy called
Ben Askins.
Ben Askins. Got an old shout out a few times this week.
Yes, he did.
Bertie's new Instagram love.
Basically, the topic was based around his Instagram and the stories he gets in from employees and their interaction with bosses, which they might find that the bosses aren't nice.
Yeah. I told people about a story where I had a nice boss and I wasn't so nice to that boss.
No.
And
And we also repeated ourselves, apparently.
yes, it was a very repeaty podcast. All right, will we name? Oh, we had the shell bombs and we had our waffle hour. Our
waffle game, yeah.
Waffle game. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
of course.
So will we name the podcast?
Let's name it.
Right, I am going to. There was an obvious one in there, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for mozzarella. It's kind of like mozzarella, but it's mozzarella
Oh.
because you were Cinderella.
Oh.
Because you
and
were
we
the fairy
talking
tale.
about pizza.
Mozzarella.
Thanks.
No, when he was talking about the.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, sorry, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go with Matt because it's his first co-hosting gig on the
Oh.
JB Waffle Hour, and I'm going to go with what I saved him on my phone as earlier, which was Matthew OB1.
I love it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What do you think, Matt? Do you have anything?
Paddy Das.
Paddy Das.
Monkey tennis.
I like that.
No, but it was just like you said in the markets. I don't know.
The Paddy
Holy
Das.
shit. Your ones are much better.
What was the name? The market name?
Fairy House.
No. There was some funny thing that you said. No, it was.
Tommy Hilfiger.
That was it. Tommy
Get
Hilfiger.
Tommy Hilfiger
I'm
into
gonna go with
you.
that one.
I think we're going to have
Okay.
to. All right, Matt, you get to name today's podcast. So you just have to say the thing that you just said.
Yeah, just
All right,
don't
that's
forget
it. I'm going to cue you in.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Remember
say
your
it.
lines, Matt. Remember your lines.
Will you be okay doing that?
This is primary school all over
Will we
again.
wite it down? And you
No.
can-
Just spit on me if I get it wrong.
Do you normally have your lines written on your hand?
Yeah, you know me, man.
Written up the arm.
So what do I
Right.
say? Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
Alright,
You
cool.
just give the
Yeah,
title. I'll cue you in and you just go for it. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So this is episode number 109.
Hilfiger Tommy.
Ah,
Oh shit!
Jesus.
Fuck says Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, waffle me this, waffle me that. Thinking of the topics that you all could have had. The only game that makes me feel so alive. I'm guessing from 30, it could be only 5. Getting them all would be a superpower. You could get it every week on the JB Waffle Hour. JB Waffle Hour. I love that song. JB Waffle Hour. JB Waffle Hour.
How was your weekend?
JB Waffle Hour.
I love that song.
How was your weekend?
I love that song. I love that song. I love that song.
I love that song.
Ah, there it is.
I love it. I do though. It's very well. It's well put together. Scott. You swear you did music or something?
Nah, yeah, it's only a hobby at this stage.
That's successful hobby.
I'm retired. I'm
Yeah.
semi-retired, as I tell everyone.
Semi-retired.
Yeah,
From what?
I do a good bit of work, but it doesn't feel like work. You know, that's the way.
You're doing something you love, man.
Yeah,
A lot to be said for it.
there is.
I feel weird.
Why?
Oh.
Everything
so
stereo.
concerned.
Stereo concern.
Yeah, I sound weird in my own headphones.
Do you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You
Are
look,
my headphones on?
you look weird in real life. as
Found
well.
out something
Only joking, only
recently
joking.
that.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Check your little thingy there down there. Go
Well,
on.
I can hear you in my headphones.
All right, but you can't hear yourself.
I can't hear myself.
Right.
That's weird.
Oh,
Are you a ghost? Is he actually really there?
that'd be that's
No,
an
I'm in-
existential
I'm in the
problem.
phone box. Like
I could
that
feel him.
episode.
You're definitely there anyway. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Could be just your headphones, maybe.
Okay.
Would you like me to rectify the situation?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll be alright.
Sounded mildly threatening.
If, as long as my voice comes across okay, that's the main thing.
Oh, I can hear you, you beautiful
Yeah.
little man.
Yeah, lovely.
So, hello everybody. Welcome
Bertie.
back to episode 109. So we had a bit of a re-release. Mickey Reloaded last week.
We did, yeah.
So it was our most popular episode from season 2. We re-released it. The greatest Mickey of our generation. So I hope anybody who missed it the first time round listened to it last week. And as always, if you see us anywhere on the social medias, make sure you rate, like, subscribe, follow, interact us with the questions and the polls on Spotify as well. And I'm sure all will be good. And then we'll become famous and we'll have better quality podcasts.
You can't lead with will become famous. If that's your goal, you'll never become famous. You have to pretend that you don't want to become famous.
I
He's
want
the
to be
Irish famous, self-deprecating.
I wanna-
This is shite.
I want
All
to
of
be the
this is shite.
number one podcast in Navan.
I would imagine we probably are at this stage. I'd say.
Maybe.
I don't know of any other podcasts in heaven. Thankfully,
If there is any other podcasts in Navan, we'll meet you in the square.
Oh, yeah.
The 31st of December. Like gangs in New York.
I love it.
And it'll be fucking sorted once and for all.
like an anchorman.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring tridents.
I shot a man.
And a roll of barbed wire.
You would have tried it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You killed the guy.
So you've introduced the podcast, Bertie.
Yes.
John is not with us this week.
No, John, he's like, he does himself injustice sometimes because when he gets the job, he does it too well.
Yeah.
And then people have to keep him. So he's over in China.
Mm-hmm.
He was going around like different factories and things, producers of stuff for outdoor living.
Yeah.
And a little Chinese woman said, John, come here. Do this stitching on these Nikes. And John done it so well that they ended up keeping him in the sweatshop producing Nike Air Maxes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And he's pretty much the premier of China now.
Yeah.
Chi Chi
And I apologise.
And the tallest man.
not by much. Not by much. In
I
fairness.
apologise for my really bad Chinese accent as well.
So yeah, John's still in China. When he returns, we will let you know. Basically,
yeah, he'll be back and he'll bring us loads of Nikes.
I hope so. I hope he's a good time out in China. He sent us back a video of a toilet that does it spray stuff on your bum
Yes.
Oh, bidets.
They
Yeah.
are fantastic.
and clean.
Yeah, but then he sent another one
Oh,
that
happy
was
days.
just a
Very
hole in the floor.
Say it again. Sorry.
He sent another one that was just a hole in the floor.
That was a jail cell, brother.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why he's not back.
No civil liberties.
It's like the Christian Bale Batman, you know. He has to
Oh, yeah.
climb up the well to get out.
Yeah. Poor old John. He'll be back at some stage.
Oh. Yes, Stanley.
So lads, how was the weekends, Bertie?
Liverpool game. Oh my God.
It was good, wasn't it?
Exhilarating.
Yeah, it was very
4-3
good.
against Fulham.
Some great goals.
It was unreal. Worldies. Absolute worldies.
Yeah, it's good when you have a weekend like that when Liverpool
Yeah.
actually win a game.
Yeah.
We're doing all right at the moment. What do you think of the new Predator boots that they've released?
Oh, Arnold's ones that he was wearing.
Well, them
white
and
ones.
Bellingham's. Did you see Bellingham's ones?
No.
Oh, get on Google, baby.
I've seen Arnold's
lovely.
ones, but like, I'm not good enough to wear those.
Yeah, you have to. I was saying that to someone the other day. I got a pair of orange boots,
Yeah.
but I'm actually okay at football, so it justifies itself. But a friend of
Oh.
mine was like, might get a pair of boots. I was like, make sure they're not white. He sent me a picture of white boots. I was like, you need to be
Boots,
sure that you can wear those.
boots are funny old
Really?
thing.
Because you'd be targeted.
Because when
Oh.
I started, it was all black boots, and then it was all colours. And now people, since the All Blacks brought out the blackout Adidas versions in the last Rugby World Cup.
Yeah, black
everybody
boots are
wants-
fashionable now. Yeah,
black boots are
Oh.
fashionable again.
yeah. There you go. Matt, how was your weekend?
Very good. The problem with Chelsea is they always try and walk it in. That's all I know about football.
Did you ever see the? Is it the? Oh God, what's the name of them? But they did an ad. Basically, it was taking the piss out of football, and it was just like football, all of the teams playing all of the time.
No, I would. I like it's very colourful. I do, and all the colours you just mentioned there. I feel like I'd like to watch it now. The orange boots and stuff.
Oh, has it ever?
No.
I mean, I've never
No.
had an appeal to it. No.
I know, like if it's on in the background, you know, I'll. But it's just too much green on the screen.
Right. Okay.
You know, and ever since episode 1, I've been dead against that.
Yes.
That's
Where's
it.
the drum kit?
Yeah, sorry. Get up.
That was good. That was
Oh,
good.
thanks, man.
Have you ever played football?
I used to play for Rathkenny years ago.
Oh, that'll do it.
GAA.
Oh,
And,
really?
yeah, and I was actually quite decent. Myself and brother were actually okay. But I do remember.
Why Rathkenny? Oh, that's close to you, is
Yeah,
it?
it's just down the road from us.
Did you go to school in Rathkenny by any chance?
No, Slane. Stickallen. Stickallen School.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Little country school.
Why do you
I did a little bit of FAI stuff in
Slane?
in Rathkenny.
Oh,
in the little school
Rathkenny,
there.
the tiny one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gorgeous little place.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very nice.
Ours was slightly bigger.
Yeah,
That's it. Stickallen.
Right.
Never really played football.
Your weekend. I cut across you there.
No, you walk away.
What were you up to, buddy?
I don't know. I forget. Did you ever do that? You're just going to go, I've just finished shooting. So the weekends are just kind of vegetation.
pheasants, is it?
Shooting pheasants. Yeah, shooting the breeze.
That's
Drive-bys.
That started on the 1st of November.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
just chilled
One of those
out.
nice weekends.
Yeah, I was a little bit ill. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Not mentally,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
physically.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I wanted to rest up a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit mentally.
For tonight.
For tonight, yeah, I'm psyched up.
It's always, we're all a little bit mentally ill at
Had
some
to
stage.
carry all these snacks in for me.
Bertie
Genuinely,
and-
when you said that about the snacks, I was like, immediately, I was like, going, I will not be referred to as a scabby cavalman coming in here. So, there you go. Sorry
There is
for
an
the people in
ample
town.
supply of snacks tonight.
Yeah.
It looks like the desk or the in the.
There's too
Of a 12-year-old's birthday.
You didn't even open the donuts there, lads.
Oh, look
Is that Biscoff donut?
There's all sorts in there.
Can I have the
Work
this one here?
away,
Oh,
take
good.
them.
Oh,
Come here.
plain
Does
Jane.
anyone ever ask you how your weekend was, Scotty?
Not really, no.
No,
no
he's
How
never
was
really.
your
Next
weekend,
thing.
Scotty?
I normally have. Oh, thank you, Matt. Thank
How
you.
was it?
I like having him on. So I was at Kieran O'Grady's wedding this
I
weekend.
saw the pictures.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
looks beautiful.
Yeah,
Love that
it was
man.
class.
Is he that much taller? Or was
He
that-
is huge. Yeah, he's massive. We're like
I wasn't sure whether it was like a slanted.
no,
round he was on
no.
it.
He's like little enlarged, me and him. And I was his best man. Did the whole best man
Stop.
speech. Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
no idea.
The whole shebang.
Where did you
do
get
the
married?
PowerPoint?
In Bellingham Castle. I did the PowerPoint, yeah. Bellingham Castle in Castle Bellingham.
Ah.
Oh, did the
That backwards.
did they do the? Is that the one where they have the little room, which is the kitchen, where they have all the snacks?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was that wedding there.
Typical country
Oh,
kind of.
the best wedding ever. So they have a room that's just like, you know the way in weddings they usually bring out the food at 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Bellingham Castle they have a separate room.
It's in the
that-
kitchen.
They just restock the food all night.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. You
Oh,
go
that's
in
what you
there,
want.
we
That's
could
what you
make
want.
crisp sandwiches, get your own tea, there was snacks. I was at a wedding at Easter, so there was
Cake.
Easter eggs and
They throw
everything.
the cake in there.
It was mad.
Cabra Castle. There's three castles that are all linked together. Cabra Castle up in, is it King's Court or Cavan or something?
Yeah.
Pancakes are nice in there.
That's the same sister hotel of it.
Oh yeah, and they all have like big wolfhounds. don't they?
Wolfhound dogs. There was 2 wolfhound dogs just traipsing around the place
Ah, that's what you want.
while the wedding was on.
Yeah.
So they were walking like downstairs, and we were like in the residence bar at 4 a.m. This
Yeah.
dog walks in, just looks around the table, nicks a sausage
No
off the
way.
table, and walks upstairs again. No one bothers him.
That's because he owns the
They
place.
do. They just tip about the place.
When we went to
It's lovely.
Cabra Castle,
So nice.
we came in the wrong entrance.
Oh yeah, around the other side.
Yeah, around the back.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we slipped in there. But what happened was that we came up, and when you come in the back way, it like you don't see the main entrance.
No.
So we actually went in this other door,
You went to the back of the kitchen.
which
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and there was a wedding on.
Oh,
so
God.
there's us wheeling through the wedding with our suitcases, looking for the reception. But we are in the wedding venue part of the hotel.
It's a nice little spot that as
And
well,
we
though, isn't
couldn't
it?
find our way out. It was like Fire Dead in the laundry department.
Myself
Laundry
and
department.
Gavin snuck into Kerry Katona's wedding in Slane Castle.
What?
That exact way. we just
Oh,
walked, one
tell.
night we just got a bit pissed,
Right.
and we walked down to the Boyne and we're walking along it, and they were like, "We'll just chance our arm walking up to the castle."
And was this on purpose because her wedding was on? You knew it was
we
on?
knew there was an event going on, but I didn't know it was Kerry Katona's wedding.
Right.
And Brian McFadden's.
It was
he
too-
was there too. And we just walked up the back into the kitchen, and we just walked with confidence and a little bit of a fucking limp.
That's the secret. To
And
confidence.
there we were on the dance floor. And,
What?
Kerry Katona, and we got kicked out, obviously. But the kind of like we were outraged. It was like, how dare you? Do you know who we
This
are?
is my town.
We live here.
Yeah. Fucking blow-ins.
Yeah.
Kerry Katona.
Yeah, we'd robbed. I remember trying to rob a giant candle. Like it was massive. It was obscenely big. The biggest
That is
candles I've ever seen in my
ridiculous.
life.
So where were you?
Girthy.
Where were
It was like, you know, we had to get
That's a
out of the-
girthy candle. you
Girthy
have.
candle.
Whereabouts in? Were you drinking in the town of Slane?
No, up in my house.
Oh, in the
know,
house.
we'd
You
play-
walked down. Yeah, yeah.
We'd be playing up in the house. Remember, you'd come out to
Oh,
ours.
yeah.
And in the porta cabin, Portaloo.
Yeah.
Anyway, then
Oh,
we got
good old
pissed and
memories.
walked down to Kerry Katona's wedding.
Jesus, that
Looked
was
well.
mad.
She looked well.
Did she?
He did as well.
As she was kicking you out the door.
Get them cans out. Sorry.
Hilarious.
Back to Iceland with you. We were
Oh,
throwing moves
Jesus.
and everything, like, you know, Gavin and myself. We weren't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
we weren't drinking at the wedding. Obviously, we'd done that prior.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was good fun
That's amazing.
coming in through kitchens and stuff.
You've been to quite a few events down there in Slane Castle.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, into the mic.
Yeah.
Because
ASMR.
you looked at me to say something.
We did a whole
Yeah.
what, 10
Breathe to your
weeks
nose.
of Chocolate Bar World Cup where we ate into microphones for like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
That was ASMR glory.
Oh, people went crazy for it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, they went crazy because we got so fat, I think, in that space at that time.
We got to start getting like the mini versions.
Oh,
what
it's
won?
ridiculous.
What won the competition? Because I was here last time. It was Twirl was on the table.
Dairy milk.
Dairy milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dairy Milk won, yeah.
Yeah.
Against who was in the final? Was it Crunchy?
I think so, yeah.
Crunchy made it to the final somehow. Dark Horse.
I don't know. Unless you dunk that fucker in a tea, it's not quite. You know, because you could touch your teeth.
Yeah, it's hard actually. Yeah.
We should have got him on for the whole Chocolate Bar World Cup.
No.
So
No, I
yeah,
wouldn't
that was
say.
the weekend. Yeah, Kieran's wedding, all good in the hood, and he's across the line now. So happy out. Another man might bite the
Congratulations,
dust.
Kieran.
Yeah, well done, buddy. We'll see you
Legend.
whenever you're free again. Then
Yeah.
about 5 years.
Is that how long it takes? Is it?
Yeah.
Is that, yeah.
He has to
after
he has to
marriage?
get stuck into being married now for a little while and just chill out
Yeah.
and do that whole experience.
Yeah. Kieran's great.
He
Good
is.
fun.
He's a good man.
Great bass player.
He is a great bass player.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hops into the Supertones there on a regular enough basis. He's still around that as well.
Oh, it's class.
Yeah, he's a good man. So that was that. We go on to our news.
Yeah, let's do our news.
The majority of Brits don't think Die Hard is a Christmas film, but the results are very, very close. In a recent poll, YouGov poll, 39% of Brits said they don't deem the Bruce Willis classic a Christmas film, whereas 38% said that it was.
But if you just
Where are you, lads?
If you watch, this is probably going to be a podcast topic in itself. But if you watch a movie at Christmas, that's a Christmas movie for
Yeah.
you. It doesn't really matter that it's not about Christmas. Although Die Hard was filmed at Christmas.
Yeah, it was set at Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great one. Sorry, I know I'm cutting across here.
No,
but
no.
The Gremlins.
Oh,
course, Gremlins.
yeah.
It's a great Christmas movie.
Is that it's a Christmas movie
Yeah.
for you?
But because it's set at Christmas.
Oh,
There's
it's
like
right,
the
yeah.
snow blower and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
plow
yeah.
and all that.
I would deem Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
Me
for
too.
that
Did
being
you
a
see
Christmas movie.
the picture of the Hallmark Christmas movies?
No.
And there's like 12 movies, and you know the promo picture that
Yeah.
is beyond, and they're nearly exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a man and a woman in
I should
it,
all
and they're
rinse, repeat
bowling,
that
and it's the
stuff.
same kind of font up the top. It's mad. So
Yeah,
We love it though. You know, you like. There's something comforting in watching a film that you know what's going to happen.
yeah, I watch Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
of course. That's
That's
like
what I
the
watch.
hero's journey is that,
Yep.
that typical trope, and
Big time.
we all just identify with it, and it's
Yeah.
it's comfortable,
Yeah.
makes us feel safe.
Or like if you rewatch a film that, like you were saying, Lord of the Rings, if you keep watching that, like it's because
Yeah.
you know you can kind of have it on in the backwards, like music, you know.
Yeah. Do you have any TV series that you'll rewatch over and over again?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Friends.
Friends.
You rewatch,
Yeah.
but would you rewatch them? Would you say get to the end and then go back to season 1 again and rewatch?
Yeah, well,
Mm.
I started watching them last October on my lunch break.
Right.
Oh,
So I watched 10 minutes every day.
Oh
and Now I'm on
Jesus.
season 4.
very
You-
disciplined.
Yeah, he's very
Only
disciplined.
10 minutes of Friends. I can't enjoy it that much. Too much.
So
That's
you,
how
you get to
long
the first ad break and then you just turn it off.
Well, no, it's on Netflix, like.
Right.
So
you-
I watched, it takes me about 10 minutes to eat my sandwich.
Jesus.
And then I watch that, and then I kind of flick on TikTok because
No
I
wonder
can't,
you're-
I can't flick and eat at the same time.
You're viral on TikTok because of your calculation skills,
Yeah, tell you.
and now you're demonstrating them here in
That's
real time.
super disciplined.
Yeah. So
10 minutes.
if you ever wondered how long it would take to get to season 4, watching 10 minutes a day, it's just over here.
Can I talk just briefly about your technique of chewing? Is there like intermittent spittle, or do you just kind of
No, well,
dry mouth?
I have my water in my bottle,
Right.
and I have my sandwich usually.
But that's
ham
for the
and
week,
cheese.
isn't it? Look at it going, I'm not fucking drinking you.
No, I drink it in the day. It's and I have an ORS tablet in it as well for hydration. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah, that's fine.
Done.
So yes is the answer to that. You do have series that you rewatch. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is my one. I tend to go back over that quite a bit.
I thought that was a bit stupid.
The rewatchable. I liked it now.
Yeah, well, I didn't like the in-betweeners either because I'm thinking, why
I'm
are you
not-
friends with them if you don't like them?
I'm
much?
not into that at all now.
Come on now.
All right, okay, let's move on. Our next little bit of news is the people who complain the most are named Karen, all right? But the male equivalent...
Kevin, no?
No, the male equivalent is apparently John.
Ah.
Oh.
John,
Poor old John.
John big
Um,
complainer.
So the men that are more likely to complain, this is the top 10 names of... Don't look, Bertie isn't in there because Bertie's not a common name. The names to leave
not,
1-star
It
reviews.
is on my road.
So, yeah.
Is there loads of
Me and
birdies
me.
on your road?
Me and me John.
Birdiesville.
It's like
Yeah.
Whoville.
Rupertstown.
So yeah, the 1-star reviews on Trustpilot, these are the most likely names. So John's in with a bullet at number 1. Number 2 is it David.
Oh.
It's a very complainy type of name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Michael.
Michael.
Michael's in there. Chris. James. I'll go through them all because this is getting quite boring. Mike, Mark, Robert, Alex, and Paul. Apparently,
Fucking hell.
yeah.
I
so
know
there you
all
go.
of those. And they're pretty sound.
Are they? Yeah. Right, that disproves everything I've just said. But apparently, John is the male equivalent of Karen. So sorry for John there.
Oh.
Any Karen interactions recently? Anyone have any Karens that they've noticed?
Oh.
I saw something on Instagram, and it was a lady who went over to her tenant's house. This is her house. And she pressed the little ring doorbell and she was like, I'm just wondering, is it okay? Or she wasn't really asking, but she was saying, could you move out for the weekend? I'll pay for a hotel. I have friends in town and they have kids and they just don't want to really be in a hotel. So I want you to move out for the weekend. I need the house. And he was like, no, I pay rent.
So she was trying to kick her tenants out.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's fucking.
You know,
nuts.
I pay rent and I've got a 12-month contract.
My niece lived in a place like that in college. And like literally they couldn't stay in over the weekend because she had her own Airbnb over the weekend.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
a Friday at 2 o'clock they had to be gone. And
Oh.
allowed
It wasn't
back in
Soul
until
booked
Monday.
like.
It wasn't digs.
No, like it was just a house that this person rented out or whatever. Like.
No way.
Yeah, and it was students during the week and then on the weekend rented it out on Airbnb.
I hope they paid accordingly for that experience.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jenny Mac, that's a bit
Although
weird.
Airbnb admin fees are after making Airbnb really expensive.
Oh yeah,
Really?
It's popped
Yeah.
up.
It's kind of
It's gone.
stopped being
Yeah,
the
yeah.
value thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like on one booking there, and I was just browsing. It was 81 extra euro.
Yeah.
for admin fees.
Yeah, it's getting bigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still worth it.
But
You'll
what's
find
the-
the little cool little places and
Yeah, but what's the admin fee? Like, what did they do? Did they process the sorry, this is getting very technical. Process the payment, did they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So like, one night was like 140, but it ended up over 200 euro,
Ah, here.
81 euro. So what I usually do is find the place and then try and find if that place has its own website or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
contact
or call
directly.
them up directly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Directly.
quickly buy. Or yeah, you can send the host a message and say, "Would you like to book? Could I
Yeah,
pay you
because
privately?
I-
Because sometimes they'll do it for cheaper then."
I mean, the Airbnb get the admin fee, but they also get a percentage of the price of the booking, I think, as well.
Oh man,
Oh, scam, absolute scam. This country's gone to
you
shite.
should design a plugin for your browser that does exactly what you're saying. And
Ooh,
call it "Go fuck yourself" Airbnb.
I was going to say GoFundMe or something.
Right?
Go
All you
fuck
app
me-
developers can have that for free, gratis.
Go fuck yourself.
Get me a China
I
card.
love it. I love it. Okay, and speaking of tenancy and rent and all that sort of stuff, a man buys a flat on a cruise ship because it is cheaper than a home and he can travel around the world. So Austin Wells, that's a very interesting
Is
name.
he not
Is it?
famous?
That's Orson Welles. I think it
His
is.
uncle.
Yeah, has traded land for water as he decided to buy an apartment on a cruise ship, and he's insisting that it's cheaper to do so. Now, here's the catch: he gets to eat good food, work remotely, have more free time, and travel the world at the same time. Speaking to CNBC, Wells revealed that he spent $300,000 on a 12-year lease studio apartment on board the MV Narrative. So it's a 12-year lease for
What's
300,000.
300,000 divided by 12?
Well, I mean, 300,000 would, in terms of that's 238,000 pounds. So that would get you a decent enough house here, but for life. He's got that for 12 years. What does he do after 12 years then?
I don't know. That's an elaborate suicide plot. I think.
I think so. There's something
that's
at
a
the
lot
end
of
of this.
money.
What of the boat sinks?
That's the other thing. It's gone. The ship is under construction at the moment in
I don't
Croatia.
think your house could sink in the foundations, I guess.
It isn't due to set sail until 2025, so he has
So
to.
he hasn't even got the
no,
see it yet.
he hasn't got there yet.
It'd be like Wish. It'd look grand online, and then when you get there, it'd be tiny.
It's got 500 private rooms and apartments. The Wells room, spanning 237 square feet, features a desk, shower room, pantry, and foldaway bed.
In fairness, he'll have no overheads. So
No,
not a bad
Yeah,
investment.
that
Like
includes
food,
electricity,
Entertainment.
alcohol as well, and them because you know we have a certain amount per day.
Yeah, yeah,
Probably
yeah.
be a pool as well.
This
Yeah.
man is
Or
citizen
Or
insane.
one of those things like that, like you can get on the board and it's like you're surfing, but you're not.
But
Oh, yeah.
As he said, like he gets
Full waves.
He gets to travel the world just constantly. I wonder
What's he
would
work
he
at?
would he have an issue actually getting connectivity and stuff? But the boats would probably have Wi-Fi, wouldn't they, as well?
Oh yeah, man.
So you just work away.
Should probably be better than you get on the road.
Interesting. You wouldn't want to have kids for that one to work, would you?
He's obviously no children.
No kids. No, he's a single man.
Yeah.
12-year lease for 300,000. If you had it, he'd probably be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You could
I
buy.
think if I was a millionaire, I'd still be looking for the bargains, though.
Yeah,
I'm not
of
even like-
course.
I'd still go to Middle Island, Tesco,
Even
and
more
Lidl.
so than ever, I'd
I'm
say.
big time.
you could
Yeah.
buy a chateau in France for that.
For
Like a really good one.
300.
Yeah.
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 I think he's making a mistake. I think he's making a fucking mistake.
South of France?
You know, a holiday is only nice when you're deprived of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it wouldn't be
It's like
special. then.
sex.
Maybe that's the key.
You have to kill him.
Yeah, no, I was when I was a little bit younger. I got the offer of going and doing cruise ships playing
Oh,
some
the
music.
entertainment. Like,
Did you?
Yeah, playing some drums on a cruise ship.
Oh,
and
man.
I didn't take it. I just had a child,
Mm.
so it wasn't. And then I went and did something else as well, and I didn't get to do it. But it's a little bit of a regret. I would have liked to have done
Would
it.
you?
Yeah, just for a summer, like.
just to say you done it.
Yeah, just to head off for a few months.
A friend of
Play
mine
music.
does it. He's a singer and he's on a cruise ship. And
Right.
it, like the pictures he sends or posts on his Instagram are just fantastic.
Mm.
But I'd say it's difficult too. Like being
I wonder
away.
what the reality of it is.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he seems like he's having a great time, but I can.
Every time I ring him, he's got this.
Yeah, every
you know,
time he keeps crying.
it's
It's like, where are you? I'm just at the bow of the ship. Are you going to jump? No, don't
No,
jump.
he's doing Titanic.
Jump from the behind.
Fair play to him. I, you know, it's an interesting, just some life outside the box a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I
Or
like that
like
idea.
fitness box on a boat.
There was some cruise ship, some Disney cruise ship, and someone committed suicide on it.
Oh, really?
Or somebody went missing on it. It's
No.
a conspiracy thing.
What?
Check it out
Oh,
in
yeah,
your own
we'll-
time.
we'll-
Not right now.
We'll have to Google that. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
maybe Google that for next week.
Yeah.
Why do I think that a Disney cruise ship has like 2 big ears in the front of it?
I don't know, man.
Probably does.
It'd be funny.
Branding cost them a fortune. They could be the sales.
Mickey Mouse ears.
Right, that's the end of my news, lads. Will we get on to our main topic? So you brought up today's topic, Bertie.
Yeah, so I said that we might talk about any, I suppose, negative experience with bosses. Now, obviously, I actually don't have any negative experiences with bosses, luckily enough. But I've only had probably a couple of jobs.
Yeah.
But there's a guy on Instagram and TikTok that I came across.
Right.
So we kind of have to give him credit for
How
maybe
rude.
talking about this.
Okay.
So his name is Ben Askins.
Right.
Now, I don't know if Askins is his real name or is it like, Ask Ben, but it's Ben Askins.
Oh.
So I'm not sure.
Askins is his real name. Yeah.
Would be Askins. So if you want to go, you can check him out, benaskins.official on Instagram, and he's also on TikTok.
Will you remember to tag him on Wednesday?
Yeah, we will do.
Man, okay.
And he's actually quite good at listening. Now, I don't know how his background is. I don't know him that well. But people send in correspondence between like an employee and a boss.
Yeah.
And you're looking at some of these and you're just thinking, like, and some of the comments are, oh, why don't you just quit? But I think people should realise that when you're in a situation with a boss and they're asking you things, you obviously want to keep your job because you obviously have responsibilities and bills to pay. It's grand saying from the outside, oh, you should quit, that sounds like a bad place. But what if that is like a really good job and you just have a really bad boss? Should you
Some
stay
people
in
are
or
just
not?
stuck in jobs. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's
Yeah.
it.
And it can be a little bit of laziness maybe as well, and not upskilling, and you just get comfortable maybe.
Mm.
You know.
So there's one that he does, and the boss sees the employee out on Instagram.
Sorry, what?
And-
Sees him out.
Yeah, and so DMs him on Instagram, and it's like, I hope you're going to be all right for the meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
whatever.
sees him. Oh, okay, I get you.
okay.
So he is friends with him on Instagram or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
and you DM him.
You shouldn't be doing that, man.
Don't
That's
be
overstepping
friends
the
with
mark.
your boss on
No.
Instagram. No way.
Business
No.
and pleasure, man.
Yeah. It's not a
And-
good idea.
And then there was another one that he seen they were out or something, and he was like, he texts him and goes, any chance you can come in tomorrow? And he's like, no, it's my day off. It's 12 o'clock or midnight or whatever, and I'm out. I won't be able to come in or whatever.
Yeah.
And the little like go through all, there's like Ben says like, these keywords where they say, oh, it's when it's the boss, it's always, oh, you're not being a team player,
Yeah,
you're not being loyal, and they throw in all these words when the boss wants you to
Of course.
do something. But it's just amazing how many people are like in management positions that are not good managers at all. Like,
No, they're just people who manage to find themselves in that position.
yeah,
They've done maybe something in college, or they worked in a certain position for a certain amount of time. And yeah, they absolutely should
because I'm
be
not
there.
sure if it's the case anymore where it's like daddy's company. I don't know if that's still a thing. Where
don't know,
it
I've-
would have been the son who took over.
Oh,
and maybe
right.
He didn't have experience in management or anything like that.
Yeah. It's always a problem when there's. I heard of a story there at the weekend where a young man took over a cafe. I won't say where because then the person will know that it's about them. But he took over a cafe, and his mum owned the cafe, but his auntie also worked in the cafe, and so he ended up basically being his auntie's boss.
Oh.
And he started becoming like this real like domineering, and he was just basically an arsehole to his auntie.
Wow.
And the whole family just kind of split over it because he was treating her like shite.
You know the Stanford prison experiment?
No.
The Stanford is
maybe.
where they split students into. It was
Oh, yes.
You heard
Yeah,
about this?
Is this the police and
Yes,
the
the police and the prisoners.
Go,
and
yeah.
they were all friends.
Yeah.
and they gave one side the authority over the other. So the police or the guards were in charge of the prisoners,
Yeah.
and they left them alone. I think it was like a week or two, and they came back. And the place was like bedlam. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh because they left them all like emotionally scarred.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the guards were like beating up the prisoners who were their friends like only a week ago, like properly torturing them and everything. But that's like a microcosm of what you were saying about your man.
It's
But his
crazy
auntie,
how
like-
quickly it descends.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of power for someone.
Sure, puts a reflective jacket on somebody who's at a GAA pitch.
That's it,
And
yeah.
all of a sudden
Done.
they're Adolf Hitler.
And the thing about that, like, people have put flecky jackets on them and just walk straight. into
Yes.
place because
Oh,
people
there's loads of those.
automatically
Yeah.
think
Oh,
that
there's
they're-
another experiment as well. Have you heard of this one? They put someone behind a kind of what you call a wall, a facade.
Right.
And on the other side, they're like connected to an electric impulse. They're not connected to anything,
Right.
but the person comes in and presses a button and keeps pressing a button as the voltage goes up,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And the person by the screen keeps screaming and screaming and like it's basically begging for their life.
Right.
But there's a person in a white jacket going, go higher, go higher, go higher. And they keep going.
Oh my
Keep going.
God.
Some people go, no, I'm not doing it anymore. They walk away.
Yeah.
But most people keep doing it.
No way, because they're being told by someone official.
Yeah. Oh. Grim, huh?
Someone told me once that if you have a certain air about you when you walk in somewhere, it was like your story with the Kerry Katona thing.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you have a certain air about you, you walk with confidence and you look as if you know where you should be going,
Yeah.
no one will question a thing.
Yeah.
We had our first child, Kate's auntie, it was outside of visiting hours, but she had like a jacket on, or like a suit jacket, and she had some papers or something, and this was in a hospital, and she just strided through.
No way.
Yeah, didn't even
Love
look at anyone, just strided.
Well,
all the
remember,
way.
like, we used to
Couldn't
do that
no
in
problem.
school when you'd be walking through the corridors.
If you stop, they can't see me.
Where you
Yeah,
going?
during when class was on.
It's like
We
Predator.
always had like something. You'd always bring something, a book or a piece of paper, and if you just walk with confidence, you're thinking, "Oh, obviously someone has sent that student to do something."
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And you never got
Never.
asked.
yeah.
So, like, even in that situation, that still works. Like,
Kind of depends on the person that it was as well. In fairness.
Do you remember the bridge here in Navan? That's where you just go to Mitch.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm walking very, very assertively to the bridge. Where are you going? Oh, just leaving school, sir. I don't want to be here.
Did you used to get out at lunchtime up in Pat's?
We did, yeah, but you could only go downtown after when you were in third or fourth year.
Oh right,
Remember
yeah.
that,
it was
yeah.
Senior cycle. No, I was in trim.
Remember the young ones in Mercy had like a grey uniform that distinguished them. When they got to third year,
Oh yeah,
they
different.
got the different colour.
ages. Do they still do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Pretty cool system.
Yeah, it's a nice idea.
Will we?
Sorry, go on.
will I
You,
read out one?
yeah, go on, read one there. Yeah,
I don't know
Our
if we
topic.
can play him soon, so I'll read it out.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
might
know,
be able to
is-
hear it in the podcast.
Is it
so
going to be like a
you go
copyright thing?
read it, Jag one.
So he says, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it as quick as this goes.
Well, you
Um,
better, because you started this topic.
Yeah, okay, so I'll go. Right, so my boss fired 60% of the staff, resulting, I'm going too slow now, in us having to put in 14-hour days. Then dare to send this email, and I'm going to put it up, he puts it up, sorry. And it says this, he says, do me a favour, don't ever tell me you are too busy, because I don't believe it.
The boss said
Yeah.
this.
It is a lame excuse, and nobody that is successful ever says that.
Oh, come here.
Work smarter, or longer, or both.
Did they say what type of job that was?
That was the email that said.
Okay, so it's gone through an email. So it's some sort of it's some sort of an office job of sorts.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Imagine that, like, so he fires 60% of the staff and then expects the rest of them to work 14-hour days.
As you say, a little bit of power, someone goes mad.
Yeah.
And they have no sense of humanity
No.
anymore.
No, ruthless.
It's just ridiculously stupid stuff. Like, people are expected, you work for this company, you die for
Yeah,
this
I know,
company,
I
you
know.
wear the jersey. I know every weekend I put on a Liverpool jersey and I'm like, I'm going to die for this team.
That's different.
Even though
That's
it's not, though.
passionate.
It's not. It's stupid. But the bosses really think that, and they get so involved in, especially managers, it seems, like middle management,
Yeah.
seem to get this kind of, we're in it for the company and we'll die for the company type thing.
Until they have to do something.
Yeah, or else they get fired.
It's
inevitably.
cultish behavior, like
It's
you look
crazy,
at- and they
yeah.
have that glint in their eye, like this is how we do it here, right,
Yeah.
guys? You
Oh,
having fun?
shit.
And then the inevitable pizza party whenever there's like, look, we're really tired and my eyes are falling out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's have a pizza.
Yeah, morale needs
Morale
to be boosted.
boosters, yeah.
Some
Domino's,
cheese.
yeah.
Or funny
Get some
Thai
cheese in
Fridays.
Yeah, yeah.
Funny Thai Fridays.
Yeah, casual Fridays and stuff.
We're so
Um,
mad.
I'm gonna read you one here.
You think some of these, though, would be managers that had started at the bottom.
Yeah.
they're probably better managers. Now, maybe, as you said, like when they get power, maybe they go the opposite way.
I'll give you.
Or is it people who like do management degrees, so miss all like the hard yards
Yeah.
to work their way up,
Yeah.
and they're just parachuted into management.
Yeah.
In order to be a manager, I think you have to understand. I think this goes without saying. You have to understand people and how people work, not just the job.
Yeah.
You have to be empathetic towards people.
Yeah.
I started off in the bottom level of the industry that I'm in at the moment, and worked my way up through managers and stuff, and then started my own place. But because I was treated like crap in those other jobs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always said, like, when I start my own place, I want to be a manager that's approachable, and I want to, create a nice environment for staff. But I am guilty from time to time of falling into that kind of,
Yeah. Do the thing.
why, I need you to do this, so why can't you do this? And not having empathy towards people.
No, I know.
So it's easy when you're tired, or even that when say your company gets to a certain size,
Yeah.
to kind of go, it's all about the company, and I have to, we have to kind of maintain this and this, and then forget about the fact that there's actually humans behind what you're doing.
It must be very hard because obviously you're in control of the company and you want to be successful.
Yeah.
And these things have to be done because you can't be too much like people's best friend.
Yeah.
Because then nothing will get done.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you create the right environment for people to work hard, then when things have to be done, they'll more likely to actually do it for you.
Yeah. You have to be like Jurgen Klopp, basically.
Yeah, a good environment to set that people actually want to work for you. Then you see as well.
Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes you do, though. You have to walk that line of, some people take the piss, and then you have to be like, well, you have to walk the line of, do I be a hard boss here because someone's clearly kind of taking advantage of me, or do I go with the fair? I'm usually quite a fair boss. Sometimes you have to try and see if you can walk that line a little bit, and that's tough. It's tough sometimes.
I wouldn't like to be an employer this day and age. I really wouldn't.
No,
I think it's probably hard.
It's
getting harder.
There's a different generation
rights
coming
and
through.
stuff.
Remember you won
with
that,
rights and
that
stuff.
was crying because she worked,
Get rid of them.
she worked
them
an
whites.
8-hour shift in Starbucks.
Say it again.
She worked an 8-hour shift in Starbucks. And she
I
broke
saw her
down.
losing her life.
Yeah,
like,
because
Because
was
she did
like-
8 hours.
Yeah, and then there was another one then, and I seen her TikTok. It goes like, how do people like have like social lives and still work? It was like her first job or whatever
Yeah.
after college. She had to work like 9 to 5. She's like, where do you get time like to go to the gym and meet your friends? And like, I'm just so tired and I have to go to bed at 11. And
then Roy Keane came in and
Yeah.
slapped her in the face. It's like, shut up.
it's just like
Get back to work.
it's mad. Like I remember when I was in college in Athlone, and I worked 3 summers in Kilsarn, and you used to work 7 to 6 Monday to Friday and 7 to 1 on a Saturday.
In the office,
I've just done it.
looking at porn.
I know I was driving dumpers like and
Oh, yeah.
driving
Class.
diggers and stuff. But like
Class.
you just did it, and that money then I earned that money for the summer, and that was enough money to see me from September until the following May.
You're some businessman. You're fairly driven, you.
I used to love those kind of jobs. 'Cause I used to work here at McDonald's, Scotty, as you very
Yeah,
well know.
yeah.
Like, I was like €3 a fucking day.
Yeah, you've
And
done-
like, I'd look at lads in Tara Mines coming out and I'm like, what am I doing wrong here?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to have a gav like flipping burgers, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
good
how
job.
was your experience in McDonald's?
You know, it was grand
Mm.
because, I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
just rocked up and myself and Gav would just be chatting away
Yeah, having
and
a crack.
flipping burgers. And then we would go play music with you. So
Yeah.
there wasn't any responsibility.
And
Do you know
when
what I
you
mean?
when you left the door in the evenings, that was
That was it.
game over.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And you got free burgers and stuff.
And you didn't
It's
get
just
called
great.
to say, "Oh, look, this
Yeah.
is. Can you come back in?" And this
Yeah.
is.
Like I had that later life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. with
Did you ever
different
see there was used to be this real tall guy that worked in there, and back when McDonald's desk used to be the other way,
ways. Oh yeah, yeah.
so
yeah.
it was like
up against the.
this way, not this way.
Oh
yeah. I love the way. And I knew exactly what you meant. What man? Cool.
And I remember going in there, and this lad, he had only started that day.
Yeah.
And he fecked up what he was doing with me and gave me the wrong change. The order was wrong, and he was getting in trouble.
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh no, it's grand. Like, don't worry about it. It's grand." And superior or supervisor was giving out to him and says, "No, it's grand. You only made a mistake." And then I didn't say anything about the money, and even though like it was wrong change, whatever, it didn't matter. And then like it was like
that was probably him.
5 years later, I go in and he's in the shirt and he's the manager.
Oh, no way.
And it's the same really tall guy.
No
that's
way.
all.
Oh my god! I remember
It's mad.
I wouldn't go near the tills because I knew like I'd fuck it up.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
fucking up the burgers. So
Yeah.
I mean, like it wasn't me. I'm sorry.
So you didn't do any till work. You were always in the back of the
Always
kitchen.
in the back.
So you're a
Always
chef,
in the-
like, basically.
chef, dude.
What's the
love it.
story
Le
with
Big
the,
Mac.
with the chips? So people reckon
Bro, I don't know.
We're going to
you
blow
get
up
the-
McDonald's now.
if
Come
you
on.
get the kids chips and put them into the medium cup and get the medium cup and put them into the large cup, because the cups are chip thing are like narrow at the bottom. It's the same amount of chips, no matter whether it's large, medium, or kids.
You need to work in statistics. You've got a great
He's very
mind
good.
for like measuring, and that's amazing. I've never noticed
Well,
that.
I do
man.
have a degree in civil engineering.
Oh, well, there you go.
He does.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Which he uses to talk about chips on a
Chips.
podcast. Fuck's sake. This is one of your boss stories. So the boss who monitored my bathroom use. So the first job out of college was in sales, but it operated much more like a call center. Mistake number one. Yeah, I've done call center work. They're tough. As a result of high volume of incoming calls, every rep was required to be on the phone and at their desk at all times. That meant that we had a bathroom request button on our computers. Jesus. Anytime you had to go to the restroom, you'd click the button, cross your fingers or legs, and hope for the best. The request got kicked up to my not so great manager.
Oh, hang on. So it's not like I'm away from the keyboard.
No, it's a
you
request.
You actually have to wait for
Yeah.
a thing to come back.
It got kicked up to the boss 9 times out of 10. It was denied immediately. That's unbelievable.
That's a dirty protest right there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't
You know
need to
what I
go
mean?
there. I'm going to go here.
Right, no problem.
My daughter got I got a on the app for her secondary school. She didn't have to start in secondary school. On the app, I got a little message, and it was like, your daughter seems to be going to the bathroom quite an awful lot during class. She's just like, I'm
I
bored
know.
of this. I just want to go to the bathroom. Right,
Yeah.
book her
Do you
off.
not remember, like,
Yeah, just
you got a double PE or
Need to
whatever?
go to the bathroom.
He's going to go to Jack's.
yeah. Oh, I used to love PE. No, I was a PE man.
We would have been screwed if we had mobile phones back in the day.
That's true. Yeah. They're not allowed them. They're not allowed them in school.
Well,
no,
what
no.
do they do with them?
They have to either have them in their locker turned off, or they're in the bag. I think turned off. They're
Well,
not
that
allowed to
makes
have them.
sense, man. Can you imagine?
But they do turn them on. Of course they do.
Of course.
It's a nightmare being a teenager nowadays.
Remember, sure, we were fifth in Leave Cert. That's when phones got going in school, I think.
Yeah.
And
Third, fifth
like,
year, somewhere.
you'd
around
have it out, and literally the teacher would walk by and just whip it out of your hand,
there.
and you'd have to wait then like 4 o'clock to get it back. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine I don't know if a teacher done that now. I'm sure there'd be students saying about rights and
Oh, yeah.
property and all that crap
Yeah.
now. Where it was a
Well,
thing
they
like,
would. That's a problem with kids, though.
Yeah.
You can't hit them nowadays.
Yeah.
They're like, I know my rights. Oh,
I
shut
remember one
up,
time
will you?
years ago, I won't name the teacher, but he had a hurley, and he'd go around and go, he said to me one day, do you like hurling? I said, not really. And he fucked a hurl at me. He goes, you do now.
Oh man, I've got a very similar story to
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, no, I was in a maths class. I don't think I've told this one in the podcast, but Kieran told it to me the other night. I was in a maths class and I was chatting away or something, and the teacher grabbed was it a duster or a maths book? I can't remember now. Something with a hard edge in it. Anyway, threw it at my head, hit me in the head, and he goes, "I hope you make it in," or "Hope you was it? Oh yeah, hope you make it in music, Sonny, because you'll never make it in maths."
Look at me now, motherfucker.
and everybody after that bit that you just said there probably knows who that teacher
Yes, they
was.
do. The accent gives that one away.
Oh, yeah.
He knows who he was. I ended up in a garage one morning getting my car fixed, and I was sitting having some breakfast at the place in Trim, the garage on the Dublin Road.
Oh yeah.
So in there in the restaurant, and he came in, hobbled in, and sat down.
You're really giving it
I
away
am,
now,
yeah.
right?
You know who he is now.
Mm.
He sat with his back to me at the in the next table, and I sat staring at the back of his head for I'd say about 20 minutes.
Fuck off.
Thinking all of the things that I wanted to say to him. I like my car was parked outside
No
there.
way,
It
man.
was going to get seen, and I had a Beamer at the time, and he was still driving his little shitty car. And I was looking at him. I was like, maybe if I go up to him, I say, "Look, do you see that car out there? That's my car."
Yeah.
Oh,
that's my car.
I thought you were
I
gonna
could
run
drive.
him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought
No.
you were gonna do.
I just wanted to tell him, like, I'm successful. I have a company, and all this anger
I
was
know.
welling up
Yeah.
in me. And then I was just like, something came over. It was just like this,
Yeah.
and I just let it go, and he walked off. I
That's cool that you let it go, man.
never saw him. I really wanted to punch him. I
Yeah.
regretted that I didn't. But something came over me, and I let
Yeah,
it go.
bally up first, bro. Don't ever cameras and stuff. Just
Yeah.
if you ever need a hand, like just give us a shout.
that same teacher told me the week before the Leaving Cert that I had to do foundation level maths, that I wouldn't pass ordinary level.
Yeah, he wasn't a good teacher.
And just because of him, I got a B1 just a second.
Just
No,
a second.
yeah,
Yeah,
ordinary level.
yeah.
Kieran was saying that the same teacher said to him that he was the only student in the history of Boyne Community School and the Christian Brothers to ever fail higher level maths.
Bullshit.
Yeah, which is shite, yeah.
Like that's
But this is when he got his results.
Amazing.
Same teacher hazed him on the day of his results.
I love her.
Yeah. He
Pat's was fairly good. Like, I mean, all the teachers there were nice, I think. I
Yeah.
having runs with them. I was a dork, though, the first few years until my balls dropped.
yeah, I
Then
think
I
we
was
were
a
all that way.
bollocks of a dork.
Up until junior cert, I think most people are kind of like, yeah, you get on grand and you get some decent results,
Yeah.
and then something kicks in that summer between third and fourth or
Yeah,
third and fifth.
that's when I
year.
would have met you.
Yeah, that's for me. It was when music
Like,
took off.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
remember, yeah, totally.
everything went downhill
And like
after that.
today, nowadays, like liking the bands that we liked, it's normal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But back then, it was like, don't listen to that, or
That's-
you will get your head.
That's because our people took over. you
Yeah,
know?
we took over. Yeah. That's why the world's fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah,
So
yeah.
cool.
So do you have no real mad boss stories? Do you not?
No, when I was in Knightsbrook now, John was a good boss. He ended up getting let go because they cut all the managers and made the assistant
the staff. He was a great boss.
they made all the assistant managers do the managers' work without actually making the managers.
Oh,
It was
cool.
a cost-saving measure.
Yeah.
And then I've had Paul since 2008, and he's 100%.
Is he right? Yeah.
Now, the only thing I'd say was there was a fella in Kilsarn, and I had a bit of a run-in with him, and it was my last year working in Kilsarn, and I had a repeat exam on the Thursday in August, and like I usually wound up the end of August anyway because I knew I was going back to college, and this was the Monday, and I said, look, I won't be in now on Thursday because I have a repeat exam. And he goes, sure, we're busy, such and such isn't in and such in holidays, and we need the staff or whatever. I said, yeah, but like, it's me college. I said, I need to go do my exam. And he says, well, if you're not in Thursday, don't bother coming back again. and I said to him, and this was about 7:20 in the morning, well, sure, may as well head home now then. And I went out and got my car and left.
No way.
Nice one. I was like-
Yeah.
And that's the last time I ever worked in Kilsarn.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Some bosses
Love
are
it.
just
Fair
unreal,
balls.
aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to find out more about horrible bosses, you can go check out Ben Askins on Instagram and TikTok.
By Ben.
And I don't know, one of the other ones I did see, just say quickly now, is that one of the employees was on holidays, and the boss texted him to jump on a Zoom at 8 o'clock.
Oh.
And your man's like, no, I'm on holidays. And like it went back and forth, and I think your man ended up getting on the Zoom then.
He did.
Yeah,
Oh, here, out
yeah.
of that job. Out of that
Yeah.
job.
Hup.
It
Up the
it
air.
tends to be those officey jobs, like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, well, it's true, yeah.
The bigger the industry, the easier it is to kind of just get sucked into that.
You're your own
shite.
boss, though, are you?
I am, but I envy sometimes like the consistency of other jobs.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't envy the fucking relationship with a boss. We all have bosses, don't get me wrong, but like, you know,
do you,
that
do you
kind of
like email yourself to say,
I email
like,
myself,
B?
just go, you could be doing better with yourself. Get your shit together. I'm just, like Smeagol fucking Lord of the Rings. Like 4:30 in the morning, scratching myself.
Well, it's like Matt and Matthew, like.
Arrange a
Eminem.
Zoom meeting with yourself just for an
Just cop
evaluation.
yourself on with a mustache. Look like my own father. No, Daddy, not again. Stand me over with a belt.
So you'd be largely self-employed, would you?
Yeah, I suppose. I was actually
Yeah.
speaking to an accountant recently.
Oh,
I was like,
jeez.
Oh, yeah.
what are you? He goes, are you
Are
self-employed?
you just clearing yourself now for the tax
Yeah,
man?
yeah, absolutely. I
Tax
try and look
man,
after
isn't
my kids. But like, he just goes, are you self-employed or are you employed? I said, both. A
yeah.
bit of both. You see, it's
It's just the way the
difficult.
industry is, isn't it?
Yeah, and we just slip in between the cracks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you've been like that.
Not
now
a sexy
for-
metaphor. What, mate?
How long have you been like that?
What?
Was McDonald's
like that?
was McDonald's your only job that you had a
No,
boss?
I had other. I worked actually a software development company and everything, like in between.
You can't look like one of them.
Do I? What's
Yeah.
one of them look like? mate?
Software
Sexy?
developer.
Sultry.
Is that a reference to Fair City?
Yeah, I
Because-
suppose. Yeah, James is a bit of an LT. Look, you watch the show.
I do watch. I told you I
Yeah,
watch.
I love that.
Um,
But yeah, so no, but weird jobs. You know, the weirdest job I ever had was separating pheasant shit out of pheasant feed.
oh my God, how did you get that job?
Oh, it was a long ordeal. Sent in my CV, begged. I'm joking. It was one of the when I was about like 12 or 13.
All right.
Actually, I was a bit older. That's illegal.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "You'll go over there and get a job with fucking such and such."
What was the
He's got-
interview? Like they showed you
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
like
feed
pheasant poop
shit put together, no good. Like, you know what I mean?
Go work.
Extensive, like that scene in Napoleon Dynamite. You know what I mean? Do the chickens have large talons? But anyway, I remember going, and he put me, I have a fear of birds,
What?
the beaks, and he put you
From
in
that?
No,
Or before
before
that?
this, and he put me in this
What a
little
terrible
coop, this
thing
little
to
small-
do.
Yeah, this little pen, and I'd have to go on my hunch down and get in and fucking separate the feed out and all this kind of fucking
Oh
shit.
my God.
It's terrifying, and all these little beady eyes looking at you.
Jesus, that's nightmarish
And I remember one
stuff.
time there was cleaning them out, and there was one aggressive, I don't know if it was a pheasant or chicken or rooster, cockerel, whatever. And he gave me a stick and he went, if it comes at you from behind, pass through it with that. Because
he will not stop.
Yeah, I was up against the wall. I was like, come on, fucking come at me. I'll kill you. But do you want to see the claws
talons.
in this thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Talons. But these things are like the claws of a velociraptor.
Yeah, there are dinosaurs, man.
They're dinosaurs, man.
Jesus.
There were dinosaurs in my first job,
That's
brother.
ridiculous.
Anyway, no, but I have had weird jobs. Like,
Good on you for taking it on. How long did you last?
7 minutes. Joking. No. Oh God, he was fierce scabby, that fella. I remember one time his wife came out with like a packet of buttons, chocolate buttons. You know, they were working. And he was like,
Pay time.
"Yeah, pay time. Come on over here, boy." And I was like, "Yeah, oh, deadly." And she goes, "Would you like some of these?" I was like, "Cool." And I ate them. I was like, "They were lovely."
That's
It was
€4.
for ages, right? €4 off your wages. And then she goes, "Would you like another bag?" And your man goes, my boss. He goes, "No, he's had enough already." I was like, "This isn't Victorian England, you asshat."
Jesus,
I never
he's had
forget
enough.
that. He's had enough.
My
Let the boy
Lord.
watch.
Maybe she was trying to fatten you up, though.
Maybe
to
she
cook
was.
you or something.
This sounds like a fucking an old fairy tale. Yeah, absolutely. And when Matt was finished shoveling the shit, the two scabby farmers ate him.
Can I give you one boss story before we probably have to move on now after this? I'd say we're getting to the end. But back in my heyday, I applied for a job. Now I've told this story in the podcast before. We're getting to that point now. We've been doing it so long that the stories pop up again. But I told this on the first podcast that I was on with you.
Oh,
Yeah, and
episode 15.
yeah, Great Scott, I think it was what it was called. Yeah.
Lovely title.
So this boss, he was a brilliant boss. I applied for this job. I had done a plumbing apprenticeship and didn't finish it at all. I did about 9 months or something ridiculous. And but I basically told him that I'd done so many years in the apprenticeship and I had this amount of experience or whatever. And he was like, "Great, we've been looking for someone to kind of head up plumbing, take over the plumbing section of." It was a hire shop. And just rejuvenate the place. The plumbing's really fallen away. And I was like, "Yeah, I can do that, no problem whatsoever. I'll do it." And so the weeks and weeks went by, and people would come into the shop and they'd be like, "Oh, can I get 3/4 inch wavin and this and that and the other?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, no problem." And I'd kind of tip out the back, look at my phone, and be like, "Google 3/4 inch wavin images." Okay, that kind of looks. It'd take me about half an hour to go get the thing that he wanted, and basically it came to it. And one day he called me into his office, and he was like, "You've no clue what you're doing, do you?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Did you actually do an apprenticeship?" I was like, "Yeah, but I didn't. I did about 9 months of it," and he fired me, and he rightfully so. He let me go because I was talking absolute bullshit. But a year or so went by, or a few years went by, and I got into music and I got into teaching and blah blah blah. And I opened a music school, and I had this place, and in walks my boss from the higher place with his 2 kids looking for lessons, and he looks at me and he goes, "Now, do you actually do this?"
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the waffle game.
Do you have a pen?
I do have a pen, Bertie. Yeah,
I'm being real nice now to Matt in his first.
Is this just Matt, or are you doing
no,
the verses?
just Matt.
going on
Just
now?
be nice.
all right.
This is a story.
Wow,
Now, so Matt, have you the time? Do 30 seconds?
it's 20. No, okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, let's go.
20 past 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a child wash for bed.
Oh, there's my phone. Sorry, lads. It went beep there. Right, you want to stopwatch? Right, go.
What's
So
this
Matt,
one?
in
God. Oh, God.
30 seconds,
Yeah.
can you name 5 of Santa's reindeers?
Oh no, I hate these ones. Rudolph, Donner, Blitzen, Prancer, Dancer, Comet, Fiddlesticks. I don't know. That's 5, is it?
You've 3.
Oh, 3.
Any?
Donner, Blitzen. Did I say Blitzen?
You just have to do this. Do the song. Go on, do the song.
Oh, I can't.
There was.
John, Rudolph and
time.
Hitler. Come here now. Name them for me.
The 5 I have is Dasher,
Dasher,
Dancer,
Dancer,
Prancer,
Prancer,
Vixen,
Vixen,
and Comet.
Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen. There was
So you got 3.
Comet and
So
Cupid,
sorry.
Donner and Blitzen, Comet and Cupid,
Well done.
Donner and Vixen. But do you know?
Christmas has been dead for me since 1998.
Oh, right. do tell. What happened then?
There's a hurt there.
World Cup 98.
Yeah, I don't know.
What killed it
happened.
for you?
I don't know, man. Just, you know yourself, as you get older, it's like, I remember the magic.
Yeah.
Walked into the Lego shop today in Blanche, and I was a little bit struck by the magic.
Ah, it's beautiful.
yeah,
I love
isn't it?
Christmas. I love
It is beautiful. But
It's there for you. If you believe in it, it's there.
Do you ever go to
Absolutely.
Zoo Lights?
what?
Zoo Lights?
Yeah, I went to them. They were nice, weren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, we have tickets for now for this year.
Are they good, yeah?
Yeah, I like them, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
give us
amazing
a
what they're
shot.
do.
doing
Market or
with
something.
Ireland at the moment. Do you remember a young lad? There was nothing going on.
No, it's fuck all, yeah.
Now it's like, oh, the kids are spoiled for choice.
I know, it's
They
too much.
should be out shoveling pheasant shit. Little bastards.
it's option paralysis sometimes with the amount of stuff that you can actually do.
Right, That's really good.
Because there's loads of
Yes.
places now that does like things at Christmas, like Christmas Experience, and I know Bob over in Cullentra, he does a Christmas thing and he's sold out already. Santa Claus,
Causey
comes to
Farm.
the cottage down.
Oh, Causey, yeah.
Farm does it.
That's up by
There's
where
a-
you might be living soon enough.
There's
Oh, yeah?
a Wonderland,
He's moving out that direction.
Christmas Wonderland
Up with me.
over in Galway as well. And then there's a thing up in Monaghan, I think in one of the woods or something. The scouts do it as well. And
This is Bertie's time of year, basically. He goes
Yeah.
around to all these markets and
Yeah.
just samples stuff.
Really?
He loves a market.
that's what the zoo lights
Love-
need. It needs like a little Christmas market.
Market.
Do you know where I think is it? What's there? Is around the reptile house. There's a big green there. That's where
He's
they
got a
need
planned and
to
everything.
put like little stalls that make a little Christmas market, because they only really have the 2 usual options that's in the zoo lights, and you need to make it a little. It could be just so much better, so much more.
You're really passionate about this.
He
I love
is, yeah. He loves a market. We
Yeah.
had a whole
Well, I'm
podcast
going
on
to
markets
Yeah, I'm
once.
going
Oh,
to
yeah?
Brussels next weekend.
Yeah.
for the-
What do you think of Fairy
Oh,
House?
yeah.
That's it
Yeah.
going on. Fairy
Fa-
House, good market there.
Yeah.
No?
Is it? Is it?
I heard
I've
of
never
it.
been there. I
You
thought
can get
that
your
was-
Paddy Das jackets.
That's not a Christmas
Paddy
market.
does, yeah.
That's not a Christmassy market, though, is it?
Tommy
No.
Hilfinger.
Oh, there's the name for the podcast.
Cookie, yeah.
So will we do shell bombs? So in the olden times, there used to be someone called a knocker-upper, right?
Oh.
So don't let the name fool you. No one was getting paid to impregnate women, but the Brits were hired to act as human alarm clocks, literally. Back in Victorian England, a knocker-upper used to a long fishing rod or stick to tap 3 or 4 times on someone's window to jolt the person awake without waking their neighbours. Most people in this profession used long poles, while the others employed alternative methods such as pea shooters, soft hammers, or rattles to wake up people in the wee hours of the morning. There
That's
you go.
fascinating.
Isn't that cool? Like,
Who knocked up the knocker-upper?
whoa,
Quadrat demonstrandum.
Jesus Christ!
Huh?
It's like one of the. Is it the TV that keeps on repeating itself?
Yeah.
And
Holy
do you know
moly.
when you're in a
That's
hotel
amazing.
Yeah,
and you asked like for a wake up call in the morning,
yeah.
is that a knocker?
That's a knocker upper. Yeah, modern day knocker upper.
That's
a
if
cool
you said
name,
that
isn't
to
it?
someone now, you get fucking brought to court. I was like, you knocked me up, yeah. Squeeze me.
Imagine being at
In the
the
Victorian way.
checking in at the reception of a hotel and goes, "Do you have a knocker upper
Yeah.
available for the
Yeah,
morning?"
John over there. He's
And
always
then,
at it.
like,
John, yeah.
One of the lady of the night arrives at your door.
A knocker upper.
Imagine that.
Oh, not you, you slag. I'm just trying to get up early.
Suppose it works the same way. Bertie, do you have a shell blum?
Yes. So I have another phrase and the origin of said phrase. Bury the hatchet. It's a quite straightforward one. It's not humorous or funny, but as you know, the meaning is to stop a conflict and make peace. So the origin of this is this one dates back to the early times in North America when the Puritans were in conflict with the Native Americans. When negotiating peace, the Native Americans would bury all their hatchets, knives, clubs, and tomahawks. Weapons were literally buried and made inaccessible, so they couldn't like randomly cut each other up. or kill
Pretty
each other.
good.
There you go.
This is a week for us repeating ourselves in this podcast. I think
Careful.
I told that last story at least once on this podcast. You have done that shell bomb before.
Bury the hatchet?
Yeah,
No, because it's on the list at the website. I'm working down the list.
100%. You've said that before.
Did I do it on the X-Men one?
I'm not sure.
That would have been good if I did.
Can't remember.
If
no.
you put a fish, a goldfish, in a room with no light, it would go transparent.
What?
I mean it. It's huge. It's one of those things that I didn't do now, but I've seen the videos of it.
What? They go transparent.
They go transparent. No photosynthesis, and the scales just lose all transparency.
Whoa.
Or lose all. Well, become opaque. They are.
And can you see through them and see their organs
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It works really well with goldfish.
That's crazy.
There we go.
I wonder, does that happen with like human skin and stuff? Could you see through a human if you just left them in the dark for their whole life?
Well, what about the Chilean?
Only
boys when
one
they
way
came
to
out?
know.
Ooh, it's the
Volunteers?
start of something gross. Sorry, the Chilean.
Miners.
They weren't down there that long.
Well, they were only down there for a few days, were they?
No, they were down there for weeks,
It
weren't
was 30 days, wasn't it? Something like that.
Well, I'm sure it affects you though in some way.
they? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine so.
We
Sure,
know-
solitary confinement.
Or the
is-
fact that you're in a fucking big cave.
yeah,
under the
that
ground,
too.
like,
About
your
to
skin
die.
isn't as nice and warm. It's lost that glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, John.
I was in a
I'm
cave
stuck in a cave, John.
of emotion. Right, shell bombs.
Shell bones.